locusts were spotted in Mecca. They said it was a biblical plague. Yeah, it's a fucking biblical plague because it's Monday, so Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 5 days away from a star falling from heaven and unlocking a gate to hell, where 200 million locusts shaped like horsemen are going to cause more fucking anxiety in this world where people wish to die, but death escapes them. That sounds pretty fucking bad to me. Or my whole theory is wrong, but it ain't wrong. Now, when I think about this star that falls from heaven, what could cause global anxiety in one shot? And something dropping from heaven. Is it a bomb? Does a bomb go off? Maybe a war starts? This message certainly doesn't go viral. I would think it would be a war. Or a war. That's pretty much the only thing that I think could happen today. Oh, or maybe it's like a fucking big ass volcano goes off and people are like, what the fuck? How are we gonna stop it? Kind of thing for 5 months until people start dying. I know that B-2 bombers just got fucking placed in Hawaii, 3 of them. Nice job, Trump, you fucking moron. We're all alone in the universe. You should be working out a peace deal. Considering the fact that the entire world, as not even a 12-year clock anymore, we've burnt a quarter of that so far. Of course, that 12-year clock's wrong. God's going to scrap the whole fucking experiment beforehand. Does anyone give a shit or bat an eyelash? No. Apparently, I'm like the only fucking guy, advocating this. All people had to do was spread this message, right? Memorize the 10 Commandments. Understand that God monitors every thought you're having and everything you're doing, obviously. And don't break any of them. And if you feel any pain in your fucking body, then you don't think to yourself, oh, my knee hurts all of a sudden. You think, what was the thought that I just had? And you revise it. And if you need to, you upload a confession. When they stack up, you just keep uploading confessions over and over again. At first, it sucks. Just imagine, anytime you have a doubt in this whole system that this is actually true, just imagine there's like a little box to your bottom left, okay? And God's to your top right, okay? Doubt flashes through your mind, that's Satan. And you just throw it in the little box. Be like, oh, had another weird thought, had another doubt. Throw it in the box, and the box gets emptied every fucking 2 seconds. A limited number of doubts can get thrown in there. That's how you pin the beast. It's all about you revising the way that you're thinking. That's all you had to do. No more pain, no more illness, and we beat death on this when you just keep uploading confessions when you break commandments. If you think, oh, I should fuck that girl who walked by. No. You'd be like, oops, sorry, God. Maybe you need to make a video later. Remember everything that you thought, and admit them. And then over time, as you watch the videos and you make them public, all the pain goes away. But we weren't able to do that, were we? You literally can wake up in the morning and say to yourself the following. Okay, reset. Just like Jesus did, or I do. Reset. Is there a God or not? Well, let me look at every coincidence in my life. Those are examples of God. Okay, I bumped into that ex-girlfriend, right? I barely missed that car. I got that job at the last minute. I found that $50 bill on that. No, those were all God. All of them. So then it primes your mind. So you're like, yeah, I believe in God. Yeah, he's there. That's all my evidence. And when you do that, because your brain believes in God, A, he knows you're online, right? So he's going to take care of you. B, you almost feel like you're high. You go from waking up and feeling totally normal, and then you're like, wow, I kind of feel buzzed a little bit. It's like I'm in a video game, right? And then, you're just revising the way that you're thinking throughout the day. You don't have to fucking lose all your money to do this. You don't have to fucking go through all the bullshit that I went through to do this. It's very simple. But we couldn't do that as a human society. Our internal mechanism, which is, God, he's the governor. He's the ruler of everything. And all we had to do is just say, okay, he runs the show, right? I just have to memorize those 10 commandments and follow them. And then if I want to go on the journey of my lifetime, all I need to do is start hooking other people up in a meaningful way, like I would want to be helped. If I'm used to steak dinners, I buy a stranger a steak dinner. Why? Because it's what you would do for yourself if you were hungry. If If you buy yourself a fucking ham sandwich every day, then fucking buy a stranger a ham sandwich. Do unto others as you would do for yourself. Not, I have steak dinners, so now I'm going to buy this guy a ham sandwich and then fucking feel good about it. Wrong. Okay, so you keep hooking other people up in meaningful ways, right? You don't broadcast it. You don't announce it to anyone to get fucking, recognition for it, because God sees it. If you start getting recognition for your good deeds, then it's like you're playing like God's not there, not monitoring everything, but he's there. So you don't have to fucking broadcast it. It's between you and him. And then he'll prime the world to give you coincidences. And each one, you should sit there and be like, okay, there's another one from my data set in the morning, which I'm going to review to make me feel high. And what did it mean in the grand scheme of things? What is he trying to direct me to do? And you're going to run at it with everything you have. Right? That was it. That's the big fucking mechanism. That's the scheme. But we couldn't do that because we have Donald Trump in office. We have a bunch of fucking sociopathic leaders who are all trying to get the best deal for their citizens or whatever, when in fact there's no threat globally, or there's no threat universally. So we should be just solving anything related to fucking war, right? Like in one shot, just get it out of the way. We're gonna have to do it eventually, or we're all gonna die. We couldn't do that. We have 5 days until the day of the Lord. 5 days. I meet every prophetic requirement. I've told fucking countless people. I've something at least posted online. It ain't gonna be good, guys. It's gonna be a fucking bomb that drops. Some war starts. It may start out as like a skirmish. It's like, oh yeah, China and the US, they just had a skirmish in the South China Sea. Yeah. Whatever you try to do to dismiss that as like, oh, it'll go away, it'll resolve itself, or maybe we'll get a better trade deal or whatever. It's gonna keep escalating until we all die. And until, or in lieu of trying to solve climate change together as one global society, we have a bunch of fucking, self-interested leaders, right? that are going to drag us into a war at the one time, the last chance we had to solve everything. All for a system that clearly is broken. The human experiment has failed because we, the climate change thing, it's like all the goods that we spend our time wanting to acquire because we see them on TV and shit like that, because we're breaking the whole, commandment of no graven image. Things that were pumped, like they're ideas that are pumped into our fucking minds. Things that we should want. Yeah, what happens when we buy them? Oh, well, we're happy for like a minute or an hour or a day or a month or a year, and then all of a sudden it goes away because it's all false. It was all about refining our own thinking. And for me to go through this journey and refine my own thinking so it's like I'm stable was was not easy to do. And I had a world that was not like completely collapsing around me. But on Saturday, starting that 5-month period, everyone is going to have to do this with that kind of stress and knowing that everyone else is trying to do it at the same time. And all the fucking crazies are going to come out. It ain't going to be good, guys. We had a shot at this. We had from March of 18 until January. I mean, that's 10 fucking months. No one listened. No one changed any behavior. And now we will suffer. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so, hook other people up. You get coincidences. Follow them. It takes you to perfect heaven on earth. That's it. That's a mystery God right there. Anytime you have any doubt along the way, just remember the coincidences. Be like, nope, that shit, they were anomalies. Shouldn't have happened. But they did, because there's a God. He monitored everything. And I can think of James's story as an example, because he meets every prophetic requirement from Revelation 13, the white horse rider from Revelation 5, the worthy Lion of Judah, all that. I started making the movie, The Truth Rabbit, on the day that there's a once in a 10,000 year constellation that describes my childhood, the events surrounding the first 7 years of my life. I had an experience with God. I recorded all this shit. I put it online. No one cared. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen on Saturday, but it ain't gonna be good. I tried to fucking warn everyone. So I think I basically just covered the entire, picture in a nutshell. I hope I'm wrong, but I ain't fucking wrong. I'm a pretty fucking smart guy. That's why God anointed me for this shit. Every fucking prophetic requirement, even making the movie for an atheist Jewish chick. She's gonna save her people, because all I'm gonna do is say, look, every religion's false. All you need is Moses, the Torah, and then, the book of Esther just represents the Jewish chick, taking me away from my Gentile bride. But no one fucking cared, because everyone wanted to play God. Well, here's your big dose. You're all gonna fucking die. 144,000 sealed Jews. I guess I'm part of them as a Davidic, root of David. And that's all I know. I have no fucking sympathy for anyone. I am trying to fight for the righteous, but I don't have, my hands are tied. My hands are tied. I can't put these fucking videos publicly. I actually reached out to the other witness. He rejected me too. Because it's impossible. It's like, oh no, you're insane, take pills. Okay, that's great. And then we have to learn through the one mechanism that humans actually respond to, and that's fear. And as of Saturday, for 5 months, which begins an 18-month and 1-day period, but for 5 months of anxiety, human beings will truly understand the meaning of the word fear. Have a nice day, guys.